All right, well, let's do another follow-up here real quick, Jim. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is in the news. I have a headline here from the New York Post. Let me pause this video of theirs that plays automatically. That's really annoying. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Fergie being probed.
And wait a minute. It's like the Flying Burrito Brothers and Naomi. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Fergie.
Well, and I added the end, to be honest with you. It was a comma, and I just didn't think it would work as well. So Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Fergie, being probed and could face jail time.
Fergie's being probed? Why didn't I get that position?
Be forced out of UK. And then there's a quote, and this is in the headline still. There's a quote, "He's toast." Let's go to this article here.
So now they're going to run him out of the country? How are they going to be able to live at the Frog's Castle or the Frog's Cottage or whatever it is?
No, I think they kicked him out of there. You can't use Frogmore Cottage.
He's been kicked out of the Frog's Cottage. I bet he leapt at that chance.
Let's go to this article here by Angela Barbuti. If that is indeed her real name.
He used to be married to a sheik. Sheik your booty.
Tea is spilling, and these disgraced Brits will have a hard time cleaning it up. Former Duke of York Prince Andrew is under investigation by London police and may face jail time, while his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson is also being probed for unscrupulous use of charity money.
Whoa!
And they both could be forced out of the UK, according to a new report.
You know, that's disheartening for me to hear about Fergie, because I was up for a good sex scandal she was involved in, and she's stealing from charity.
Your memory's going. Last time you saw what she looks like now, and you reverse course on.
Well, I know, but I thought maybe this was in the 80s. We'd see some pictures. She was wank-worthy.
Here's a quote from historian Andrew Lowney, author of entitled "The Rise and Fall of the House of York." Andrew is going to be charged with various public offenses and misconduct in public office. He'll probably go to jail. The case against him is pretty clear. He's toast.
Well, what did he do that's legally actionable? What's he going to get sent to jail for?
Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip's third child, now known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, quote, won't go down for sex trafficking. It will be for financial impropriety, Lowney told the outfit.
So he stole the money that he used to pay the 40 hookers.
Oh, maybe a lot more than that. He was the trade envoy for the UK from 2001 to 2011 and would rub elbows with questionable characters in countries such as Libya, Kazakhstan, and Laos. Forgoing embassies to stay at 5-star hotels and rack up high bills.
Well, you can't have 40 hookers come over to the goddamn embassy. You need to be at the Waldorf. The embassy's swing rooms are just horribly antiquated.
In terms of Fergie, the 66-year-old Ferguson, who Andrew divorced in 1996, and they still live together, folks, is also
it takes time to transition to the next phase of your life.
Is also being investigated for using proceeds from a book deal, or book deals, and endorsements for her own gain, instead of the charity that they were supposed to be intended for. The quote, she's basically been using charities to make money. So she's going to be in trouble there. Lowney continued. The former power couple will most likely need to move out of England, Lowney predicted. Here's a quote to wrap this up. Andrew will end up in the UAE like Juan Carlos, Spain's former king. And as for Fergie, she will likely go live in Portugal and Switzerland while maintaining a small presence in London with help from friends.
I was hoping to hear like they're going to move them to Evanston, Illinois, and they're going to get a job at a sandwich shop.
What are your thoughts on the continual decline of the former House of York?
Well, they're only declining publicly. They keep going to maintain other residences in other places. I want to see this son of a bitch like walking the street carrying a fucking postal bag, delivering mail, doing some menial occupation while Fergie looks more like Ann Mira, stirring the goddamn pots and pans around in the kitchen, wearing a frumpy house dress. That's the kind of program they need to have on the TV these days.
It doesn't seem like he has much of a future. I'm still going to go with my idea from last time. He should move to one of these countries and announce that he's the king of England.
The House of York has not been the same since they took Dick off of Bewitched.
What about the House of Sargent?
He did an okay job, but I don't know that I would put him in the pantheon of royalty. Certainly not the biggest dick I've ever seen.
When I was a kid, one of the other ladies in PTA with my mom, her grandfather was Sergeant York.
So he was neither Dick York nor Dick Sargent. He was
right.
a combination of both.
He was the famous one before either of them, but any other thoughts on Andrew Mountbatten Windsor?
Well, I have some research from one of the Cult of Cornette members, the people out there, Christopher from North Babylon, New York, Chris, who said that we were confused about the name. And he said, I figured you might appreciate this info about the royal family's nomenclature system, since it has somehow become a topic on the show now that Andrew's name changed from regal to legal. Sounds like a beagle. The British royal family changed their name to Windsor back in 1917. This is not even their real name. They changed their name because their actual name, their government name, Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, Gotha, sounded too German during World War I. And that was not the vibe at the time. They picked Windsor because it was the name of a castle and it just sounds royally British. It was all better for PR while they were fighting the Germans. Mountbatten comes from Andrew's father, Prince Philip's side of the family, and it's actually the English version of the German Battenberg. They switched it up because, again, German names weren't exactly in fashion back then. So they're just living under fake names to stay ahead of the goddamn bad publicity of being German during World War I.
You know, it's amazing the way they've been able to adapt with the times, like a David Bowie or a Chris Jericho. I mean, here they are. They own the oldest promotion in the world. Like CMLL, they own their buildings. You know, it's really remarkable.
Do you think Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is going to become Ziggy Stardust?
See, they should have taken the name Windsor away from him then, if that's the case, what you just read, and given him the old German name.
Yeah.
Sackbag or whatever you said the fucking name was.
Sackbag, yes. Andrew Mountbatten Sackbag.
It's Fergie Sackbag walking by.
Yeah, it's Mr. Sackbag to you. So Andrew Sackbag is in more trouble. He might go to jail. She might get deported to Luxembourg or wherever the case. We'll keep up on this story. It's evolving. It's ever fluid.
That's right. I know we've broken a lot of news when it comes to the crown and everything happening, and we'll stay on top of this because we know the British listeners love us paying such close attention to the fringes of their news. So we pledge to continue this.
They apparently don't like these sumbitches over there too much either.